Previously on Virtual Survivor.
That means somebody else on our crew voted for me or Mark.
No, I also voted for Matt. And I won immunity this week. Tribal with a twist. Doesn't that sound fun? I think.
I can live.
Joe mentioning that he had a final three with John and Mark is making me very weary for future votes.
You didn't get another link, did you, Megan?
No.
Do we just want to vote as a block for Z then?
Virtual Survivor is Zaddy's. Welcome to your Tribal with a Twist. Amanda, congratulations on winning immunity. You no longer have it. Mark has one individual immunity. The sixth person voted out of Virtual Survivor is Amanda.
Is it just us? I mean, we should be careful.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, quick. Did you just voted the right way every time, right?
Yeah, I've stuck to the plan.
There's a few people going rogue, and I know who the rogues are.
It's Malcolm and Megan.
No.
Oh, who is it?
It's Malcolm and Mark.
Malcolm, we try to keep him safe. We cut Mark this week.
Malcolm is like a good Patsy.
I think the old Iona tribe likes him too much. He'd take the votes.
Jury of 7, right?
Yeah, it's a jury of 7 or a jury of 6.
Like, I'm going to pull Megan aside first because, like, I have a thing with her. Mm. And then I imagine you've been talking to Brittany.
Ideally, this is how I would have wanted it. Like, unless we were forced to go to a tribal where we had to vote one of our own off, we were going to just take care of their tribe. And we've done that. Things are falling together for how this game should progress for me to come to the end, unless I am being a giant idiot and I am the target of the blind side this week.
It was a prophecy voting out all of Riker, and it was just the way it needed to be because, with the exception of, I guess, Amanda, that one, individual immunity, they had never won anything. So, like, they didn't deserve to go on in this game. 5 people are going to regret not taking on a serf. It's fine. We understand the risks as the 6, basically starting the game over now with as far as I know, no hidden immunities in play. Some of us have plans. Some of us could be lying. Some of us could, but I think I've played a pretty honest game. Like I said, I wanted to vote out all of Riker 1, 2, 3. They went 1, 2, 3. So listen to what I'm saying from here on out. Chances are I'm telling the truth. I don't care if people think I'm a threat.
I almost flipped on the last vote, to be honest, because, like, I see John as, like, such a big threat, as well as Joe. And then when Joe told me that him, Mark, and John might have a final 3, that really got me worried. But then in my head, didn't think we'd have the votes. So I voted for Amanda, and little did I know, 2 people voted, and it would have been a tie. I have no idea if it would have flipped, but I don't know. Part of me thinks it might have been worth a shot. After talking to them, I have 2 ways I can go about it. I can go down the trivia route, which I don't know. I don't see John and Joe breaking up, so that's why I'm hesitant to go there. So another side of me wants to go with Megan and Mark, because Malcolm's already proven that he will flip. So if the 4 of us want to go and vote out either one of John or Joe, so those are like the 2 paths in between. And I honestly, at this point, have no freaking clue what I'm going to do.
We're mad at Malcolm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gotcha. First vote was weird. Like, didn't like 5 people get votes? Yeah, I thought everyone just wrote down someone ran. I was like, what the hell is going on at one point?
Originally, we were just like, we'll never break off until we have to go to tribal. And I was like, we're at final 6, so it's like, do we stick with that?
I don't think this would be any surprise to Megan and John, but I think there was, I think that rule kind of went out the window when somebody got a vote when they shouldn't have 3 tribals ago. John had 2 and Mark had 2, but then yet there were only 3 of them.
Yeah, I think we sniffed that out. We know what that was.
Oh, what was it?
Weren't you there when Zadius said it?
Last week, I was in a room with Zadius just saying, yeah, it's probably one of the 2 of us. You want to just hang here while they talk about us?
Okay, yeah, Malcolm voted for you. It was
Malcolm.
Malcolm and I think Malcolm and Zadius voted for me.
I don't feel bad about doing this 2 times last week then.
He and Amanda voted for me because I was basically like, you guys are going to lose 1, 2, 3, and then they lost 1, 2, 3.
I kind of have a feeling that Mark's going to try and get people on his side to vote me out after I've tried to take him out the past couple of weeks. I'm going to try and figure out if I can get people on my side as well. But pretty sure because I was the first to go against the plan, I think I might be the first to be targeted. Maybe I might try and see if I can get Megan on my side. Like maybe I can get Joe. At this point, I don't know. I've got a feeling that both Mark and John have an alliance together, so I think they're probably teaming up.
Honesty time. Are you, me, and John still locked?
That's how I'm feeling. How are you feeling about it, though?
I'm 100% fine with that. I think all the heat is on John and I.
I'm worried about is, like, I realize, like, I'm being kind of loudmouth and abrasive.
I don't think that you have ruffled any feathers whatsoever.
If people want to shake up this game, like, I'm open to hearing a shake-up idea.
Listen, like, we get down to the final 3. I don't feel confident against either one of you guys in winning the impunity, so it's really going to be whichever one of you. I think M first, then probably B.
Mm-hmm.
Or do we just take it 1 week at a time? Because John's been reassuring Megan quite a bit.
I think this week we stick with the Malcolm plan.
And then reassess.
Hey, Malcolm has voted against us every tribal since the merge.
And he couldn't have voted for me last time because I got immunity.
Yeah.
So his votes went Mark, Megan, maybe?
I think he wants to stay trivia strong. I think he believes there's a trivia strong alliance going on.
I'm good with you to go all the way to the final 2 if you want. And I honestly have not said that to anyone else.
I'm going to be honest with you right now. Like, co-signing the T-vote was kind of just like, hey, if you had pulled me and John in and just been like, hey, like, I'm doing this as a block to protect me right now, but don't worry, I'm still locked in with you guys. Yeah. I was like, you didn't pull me in. T's got to go as your ally. Like, that was my whole thing. Like, it wasn't anything. Like, that was a gameplay decision. I know I like have to make a move eventually. Like at this point, I haven't done anything. I won a challenge. That's all I really have right now.
So who's your big move then? Is it John?
I would be okay with a move on John.
I can see it. Who do you think you have with you then? Brittany?
I think I have Brittany. That's a 3-3 split. I think if you are able to hash it out with Malcolm, I think we can have a 4 for that.
I'm good with that. I'm sold with that if you are.
I'm cool with that.
Winning the twist immunity, where I seriously thought I was about to get voted out. It was a thrilling ride. I was very happy. All of my get to the end scenarios hinge, I think, on getting Malcolm out first. I feel John has still an allegiance to Joe and I, but I'm not going to forget that I entrusted him with the knowledge I knew T, and then he immediately tried to blow up my spot 2 weeks in a row. I've got a good feeling with Megan. We've said that we would look out for each other. I want to finalize that maybe into a final 2, and I know that she feels good with John too, or at least John feels good with her. I'm just going to tell them all I'm not a threat and try to convince them that I don't have T, Amanda's, and Zadius's votes, where I honestly think I could spin a story enough in the final tribal that I could get their votes. Turns out the one stray was actually a vote to me from Malcolm. I don't feel bad now about voting Malcolm out twice last week. It'll be real interesting how things shake out.
I owe you one, but even more than that, I explicitly trust you, and I will not ever irradiate that.
Okay, so I'm good with like a little alliance if you want.
I will just know that I will never vote for you. That you have my word on that.
I won't vote for you either then.
Malcolm broke the seal first, so we're mad at Malcolm.
Okay.
But the pivot is Mark.
Exactly.
So I also feel like he threw a vote crazily last week too.
I agree.
I don't know if it was the one for you or one of the ones for me, but it was definitely he did it. I got Joe on that. I think Joe's going to try to pull Brittany, but if Joe doesn't pull Brittany, if you want to pull Brittany, Malcolm kind of knows he's the Patsy, but
Got it.
I think he'll figure it out one way or the other.
The game's going well, I think. I'm still here. The strategy was to kick out the other team. So now that we've done that, every man for himself, I think. Brittany and I are kind of in an alliance, a early alliance, if you will. The goal is to just survive. I feel like John is like kind of on his own, but like isn't opposed to working with other people, but he's not like relying on other people, which I think is smart. I'm unsure about Mark, to be honest. John was talking about voting for Mark next because
He was. Okay.
he thinks that he threw one of the weird votes.
How do you feel about that?
I was a little confused by him last week.
Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been kind of all over the place. Okay, this is between you and me. I am worried about John. I think he's the biggest threat to win the game. I'm not saying we have to turn on him right now, but
Yeah.
we gotta take our moment to get him out.
I agree. I do think he's a big threat.
And I think him and Joe are very, very tight. That's what I'm also worried about. I told you what Joe told me, how he thought he was in an alliance with Mark. They were in the final three. He thought Mark, John, and Joe. That's why I'm not trusting any of them.
Mark might have said that to them and then said about the alliance. And
I think that's why they're going after Mark now, which is why I'm like, should we just let them go after Mark? He could team up with Malcolm next vote if we need to. I just don't see either of us winning with John.
I feel like because I voted out Mark, he's going to try and come for me. I feel like maybe John and Mark have an alliance, especially with how Mark was so quick to lie about having the idol last week.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Same with Joe. I wouldn't be surprised if the three of them had something. That's why I'm like tentative to go with this whole like trivia player thing. Let's vote out Mark automatically. Like, I don't know if that's even what we're doing.
John's comments about like saying like I will win mad at Malcolm's, like I don't know if that's true, if it's the bruise.
And I don't know about you, but I think John's like a big threat to win the game too.
Yeah. And
Brittany, Megan wanted to talk to you.
Me? Oh, okay.
So Malcolm, just know anything I say about you today is a smokescreen. Yeah, I'm not voting for you. I feel the fact that you aligned with Zadius and did that vote, like I think that makes you safe to me. Like I feel like I could actually, even though it's an untrustworthy thing you did, it makes me feel like I could trust you more. Honestly, you doing that was enough to get me to just, as an insurance policy, play my idol. So I just know you did that. I give you all the credit in doing that. But that, cut it out now. Now it's time. Now we're playing seriously. The block that I have should be good enough to do what I want to do. So if you have any idea where you want to throw your vote, it's probably fine. Next go around, we'll have a different conversation.
I figured if I didn't win that last immunity, I was dead in the water.
The game plan is the game plan.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Hey, I was honest to them. Like I told them like what was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and so I hope they respect that.
I'll be honest. I don't think I have a shot in hell at a final tribal council, given everything that I've done the last 2 weeks.
Robert basically played a very quiet, like humble game. I don't know if you think he's going to reintroduce another idol? I don't know.
So I've been guessing words for like clouds, sky related, like solitary related. I have no idea. Well, I haven't read the third. Oh, I see a letter. Okay, I see an A, I see an N, I see a C, I see a G. A really flattering close-up of me. Oh, maybe an E? I for sure see an A, for sure see an N, for sure see a G. N, A, G. Pretty for sure see an E. Another G? Might be a reference that I just don't get, to be honest with you.
LaForge Tribe, really the Data Tribe, welcome to this week. You guys did it. There were 12, there's now 6. Everyone that was on the Riker Tribe is gone. How'd you do it?
We just stuck with the plan. I mean, not all of us did, but enough of us did that we made it work. Even when we didn't have any time to talk, we just knew, go for Amanda, let's finish the job, and we did.
Job seems finished, but a new job has begun.
Exactly.
John, not everyone stuck to the plan. Do you think that's already drawn the lines, or have the lines yet to be drawn?
We're all working off different coloring books. Some people know who drew those lines, and some people are still guessing who drew those lines. So I think if you have the coloring book that tells you who drew the lines, you're in a much better position here.
There. Well, let's draw some more lines, shall we? Welcome to this week's challenge. You all were given a survey. You were asked to answer openly and honestly. The answers to each of the questions were the 6 of you. I'm going to ask the question, or you are going to try and guess who the group chose cumulatively as the person winning that superlative. We'll have tiebreakers if we are tied, but we're going to go to 10 questions. Whoever has the most points at the end of 10 questions will win immunity this week. LaForge Tribe, your first question is, probably smells the best. Malcolm.
Brittany.
I said Megan.
Thank
Mark.
you.
Said Megan.
I also said Megan.
I said Brittany, although I do smell good. So thank you.
Well, clearly there were 2 correct options and 4 incorrect ones, but the correct answer is Megan.
Thank you.
So, Brittany, Joe, and John, we'll start with a point. Who is the smartest player left in the game?
I said John.
We'll go to Mark. Go to John.
Me.
I said
John is the correct answer. Who would you trust to babysit your child? We'll go to Joe.
Said Brittany.
I said Brittany.
Joe.
Feel better about this. I also said myself.
We have a tie. Brittany and Joe are correct.
Hey.
So, everyone gets a point. Who causes the most drama?
Said Mark.
Mark's proud of it. Mark.
I also said Mark.
I also said Mark.
Yeah, I also said Mark.
And Mark. Correct answer is Brittany. No, I'm just kidding. It's Mark. Who do you think would have been voted off first if Data Tribe had to go to Tribe?
Based off if we went early, I probably would have been Megan.
I said Malcolm.
I said myself.
I also said Malcolm.
We'll go to Mark.
Said myself, actually.
Malcolm is the correct answer. Who do you think is flying under the radar?
I said me, I think.
Megan.
I had Megan. I switched to myself.
Said Britt.
I also said Brittany.
Brittany is the correct answer. So, Brittany maintains the lead. Who is most likely to win this game?
John.
I also said John.
Said John.
I said John. Wishful thinking.
John is the correct answer. Who is leading the LaForge Tribe?
Oh, John again.
Said John.
John.
Myself.
Mark.
John is the correct answer. Brittany still perfect, I believe, though there are no bonus questions. Who has been carried to this point? Mark?
Said Malcolm.
But I love him. No.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry, Malcolm.
I feel less sorry than Malcolm.
Malcolm is correct. Here's the situation. 1 question remaining. Brittany is in the lead. Joe and John are behind by 1, which means Megan, Mark, and Malcolm are out of it. If Joe or John can hit while Brittany misses, we'll be tied and we'll go into sudden death. If Brittany hits or if everyone misses, Brittany will win immunity for this week. Who is the... Oh my God, I'm going to cut that voice crack out of here. That stays in this room. Do we understand? No, I'm just kidding. I'll probably put it on there. Who is the most likely to succeed? We'll try and make this dramatic. So we'll start with Malcolm.
John.
Go next to Mark.
I'm manifesting.
Said Megan.
I said myself.
This is interesting, so I said John.
The answer is Megan. Joe and Brittany are tied. You guys are going to sudden death. Fair warning, some of them are in a 3-way tie, which means my vote will be the tiebreaker. Who is scheming the most?
Said Mark.
I also said Mark.
Mark is correct. Who's the funniest?
Said John.
John.
John's correct. I will need to cast a tiebreaker for this one, so I'm going to write it down. The question is, who could talk their way out of a speeding ticket?
Said John.
Said Megan.
And your winner of individual immunity, Joe. I also said Megan. It was a three-way tie between Megan, Mark, and John. Oh, you're safe at tonight's tribal council?
I came into this game saying I wanted to play an honest game. I just straight up lied to Mark's face right before the challenge. And I know he's going to go and say something to John more than likely. So I needed this because if I couldn't convince John the actual truth, I was going to be gone this week. So now I'm safe. And that's because I have the necklace on my neck and it can't be me. Thank fucking God.
You want to scheme with me? No.
I mean, as much of a schemer as you are, you didn't scheme first. I think Malcolm legit schemed first because he broke rank.
I talked to Joe. I think he's fine with going Malcolm.
I mean, I'm just going by honor.
Listen, I promised you and Joe in the Endurance Alliance, like, I'm not putting either one of your names out.
As much as I would love to drag him along, we're playing a game a certain way.
So is Megan on board for voting Malcolm?
I already talked to her.
So yes.
Yeah.
So what's the plan? Is this the final three, or is there like? I
mean, that was the plan from the. I mean, if we can maneuver it, I think from here we can. If this goes right, we can maneuver.
Yeah, we can maneuver it very
as
easily.
as long as we don't like hit shit luck and challenges. Basically, I've laid out to my sub alliance what needs to happen in the final steps of us eliminating Riker. People broke rank. People like went rogue. So I'm gonna eliminate those people next, and you'll see tonight who gets eliminated. I'm not worried that I'm going to get voted for tonight. If I do, it'll be a blindside, and that's fine. And I won't go out complaining like everybody else has.
John and Megan are like this right now.
Yep. Yeah. I'll try to find Britt and get her in.
It's like we're at that point where it's like, all right, I either know the plan or the plan's me.
Yes, that's how I'm feeling. I'm either being severely misled or I'm in on it. I do smell good. How flattering. Although I think I'm the funniest, but I'll take what I can get, I suppose. Brittany brought up a really good point that John is probably the strongest player, which I like totally understand. And I do feel similar ways, but I have an alliance with John and he said that he trusts me. I don't want to break that trust. Real life, if I break someone's trust, I'd feel really terrible. So maybe I'm a sucker for like taking that into the game, but I feel like I can't do that.
I doubt they're talking about anything too crazy and they're only two people, unless John's been scheming something that we don't know of.
Exactly.
Okay.
I said you for that question just because like you're a lawyer.
In the moment, I'd just be like, okay, thank you, sorry, and be on my way. And then I would like fight it afterwards.
I've never talked my way out of a speeding ticket. I always drive way too fast, and I'm very guilty.
I too drive way too fast.
Yeah. It's an East Coast thing.
I went into breakout one, and then it was only me. And then I was like, wait a
Oh,
minute.
that's true. Okay.
Oh, Malcolm must be in an interview.
Yeah, he's in an interview. So
Yes.
that's the deal. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
He broke rank. He's done, and that's that.
So worked. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Solid. Malcolm, thanks for thinking I'm smart, buddy.
The thing with you, Joe, is like you winning immunity is like the best thing. If you had lost immunity like every single time and like we're just getting dragged along, I think your case, it gets really good the longer you go without winning immunity. Whereas now the under the radar person is Brittany.
I was a goofball. I was a challenge liability in the tribe phase.
Mhm.
And now I've won half of the individual immunity challenges so far. Like I know now I have to keep winning because I'm like an easy target to get me out of here because like I have a case now.
I did pick myself as someone that was being carried in this. It's kind of how I see myself as like I spent a lot of the first few weeks just sort of coasting along, just sort of figuring out where alliances was and all that.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed because it's getting to the point where you like really do need immunity. And like I did thank Megan for a second. I'm hearing I'm okay, but like they could all be lying behind my back. I have no freaking clue. I'm hoping that a target wasn't paying on me because whoever's flying most under the radar is usually the biggest threat to win. And John too, like game pick to win the game's not good. So I think he's probably knows that people see him as a target. So I think the two of us probably got hit.
By the way, John, I told Brittany about the original final three plan. I was like, told Mark, I was like, let's keep John secure. Think we're sticking with that final three and then cut him.
The funny thing is like I would have been totally cool with that. Like
if he had brought us
forever
into final 9.
Yeah, like forever. Like if he was like, I'm gonna do this crazy shit, then like, oh, cool, that's funny. Yeah, I'm down with that. But then it's just like it just is too much.
Just to let you know, I figured you were the one that wrote my name down, so you did catch votes from me the last two.
No, but I figured that was the case. I mean, it's one of those ones. I don't make a plan and expect it's like, oh, cool. I won't vote for you next time round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Assuming it's not me, is there anyone else that you would want voted out?
Kind of suspect John's playing a smarter game than what he's letting on. So to have any hope in succeeding, you've got to take out the strongest. So I think John is probably the strongest one to.
So the plan for tonight is we're voting out Malcolm. I've positioned myself in a 3 with Joe and John. There's another 3 with Joe and Britt. So I think this week's Malcolm, and then next week is John, unless he wins immunity. And then if it's not, probably doing Joe or Meg or Britt. I don't know. Hopefully not me. I'll be totally honest. I haven't heard either one of your names for this vote at all. So. Okay. You don't need to tell me the same. I'm sure my name's still floating out there.
Bullies are going strong.
We've got to. Half of us are gone now. So.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, it didn't work at 9, but it might work at 5. I'm down if you are. Like, seriously. I truly, honestly don't think there's a chance in hell I'm winning this game, even if I make it to Final 2, but I do think there's 1 or 2 larger threats than me.
I would agree.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's relatively straightforward with the person this week. I think the next one's going to get a little chaotic with somebody getting blindsided. So Britt, Joe filled me in. Have you guys talked?
No, I haven't talked to him at all this week.
Okay, so Joe told me that you guys were good together. I think this one's relatively easy, and then I think we pull the blind side. In any scenario that I'm seeing in my head, you, Megan, and I in the final 4.
One of them has to go at 5. Like, there's no way around it.
LaForge Tribe, welcome to your first tribal where one of you will definitely leave. John, do you feel sad about it?
I do feel sad because I mean, this was the plan to get here, right? And then we all knew once it got here, it was kind of like wiping the slate clean, and somebody's gonna go.
Joe, you could not have planned to win immunity at this stage, but you did. Do you think the other 5 that didn't, and the one that goes home specifically, will regret that you all stuck together like this?
I don't think they'll regret it. I think we all stuck to the plan. I think they'll only regret it if they've been breaking away from the plan, because there have been people who broke away from the plan. Maybe they're still concocting stuff so that way they don't end up regretting their decisions, but all I know is I don't regret my decision. I'm still here.
The challenge today is a rather personal one. Sometimes feelings are hurt.
Hey, listen, this is the game, right? Like, I came into here only knowing one person in real life, hopefully walking away, calling everybody here and even the few people on Riker friends, and let's, have a virtual beer together. I've learned that I would play hard if I was out on that island and probably get booted off first.
Or at least 1 idol, possibly 2. Fine, 2 idols have been played this season. Is there any worry of that going forward?
Yeah, of course, especially where they apparently have all gotten played. We actually just talked about that, and that's what they do in the show. There's usually a 3rd one thrown in, so why wouldn't there be now? So that has to be in the back of your mind when you're making strategy and whatnot.
Malcolm, how good of a liar do you think everyone here is?
I think some are good at lying, some not so much.
It's just a game. So we're all here to hopefully win. Hopefully everyone can take it all with the grain of salt needed to play the game correctly.
Megan, you can head to Anna's interview room.
Big fan, but it's your time to go.
Getting Amanda to say fuck so many times, it hurt my sensibilities. That's Mark's fault. So Mark.
Well, everyone else have a chance. I think when you take out the strongest.
So 3rd time's the charm. Sorry, buddy, but I am voting out. Well, you can't see that's Malcolm.
All right, LaForge Tribe, I have the votes. I'll read them now. But first, if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right, we'll get to the votes. Whoever receives the most votes will be eliminated and asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. The first vote, Mark. Second vote, John. Third vote, Malcolm. That's 1 vote Mark, 1 vote John, 1 vote Malcolm. Fourth vote, Mark. That's 2 votes Mark, 1 vote John, 1 vote Malcolm. And the 7th person voted out, a virtual survivor, and the 4th member of the jury is Mark.
So they always tell you even if you think you know the plan, it's either the plan or it's you. So I will say good luck to everyone. It's not a total surprise. I will look forward to hearing your arguments at Final Tribal and respect the gameplay. But to those that remain loyal, I will not forget it. Take care, y'all.
Next time on Virtual Survivor.
I can't believe you voted for me. That's crazy. Why would you do that? It's so silly.
Try and see if I can convince anyone to try and take out John this week.
I would want to just like protect him and like drag him in the sack to the end because I am the smartest player in the game. What would you pitch to me?
This would be the perfect opportunity to like blindside someone.
Okay, I have a secret.